Is it not the case that in every Muslim's heart there should be a caliphate and that we should live under Sharia law?
When you study eschatology, you would know that the world today is controlled by divine planning, by Gog and Magog. Those who control power in the world today are the ones who are responsible for the destruction of the caliphate, and that they will never allow the caliphate or the khilafah to be restored. No. But they know that it's in the heart of all Muslims to live lives which are faithful to Allah and to His Messenger. That is what every Muslim has in his heart. That we want to be faithful to our religion. And you cannot be faithful to your religion if your leader is appointed in Washington. No. You are faithful to your religion when your leader is appointed by you and he is responsible. That's what the Zionists want. They want to rule over you. So what they do is they take control of your government. What the Western world has done, the Zionists have done, is knowing that Muslims have this in their heart, that they want the return of the caliphate, the khilafah, and knowing that the time is now running short for Israel to wage a big war, which will witness a territorial expansion of the state. You know you know what the Torah says, don't you?
No.
That the Holy Land extends from the river of Egypt to the river Euphrates. Somebody wrote that nonsense with their own hands and put it in the Torah. The original Torah is not like that. No. So since Israel has to wage a big war, so that the territory of the state of Israel will expand dramatically to encompass these false biblical frontiers, Israel has to create conditions that would allow her to wage that big war while yet not appearing to be a bully and an oppressor and look bad in the eyes of the world. So this is what I explained in my lecture 12 years ago in Sydney, is to create conditions which would allow the world to feel that Islam is rising once again as a force in the world, and that an Islamic caliphate is returning, and that the Muslims are going to now slaughter the Jews in Israel. And if Israel does not do something to defend itself, Israel will be destroyed. And more than that, all of mankind are now going to be threatened by this evil force called Islam. It's a propaganda offensive. And in order to succeed with that propaganda offensive, you don't need more than $1 worth of intelligence to realize that they manufactured ISIS. And they're the ones who programmed ISIS to claim that they are now the caliphate or the khilafah. It's all part and parcel of the master plan, which will allow Israel to eventually wage a war that's already pre-planned. And Israel has all the weapons and the technology that the Arabs don't have to be able to wage that war and to be able to inflict horrendous damage on largely defenseless people who don't have the kind of weapons that Israel has. The Prophet, Allah's blessings be upon him, prophesied that wiping out, the decimation of the Arabs. He did it. But I get emails from the Arabs themselves who are not convinced, who believe that my eschatology is fanciful. And I hate to say to them, well, just wait and see. Just wait and see. The writing is on the wall if you can read the writing. That Israel is now ready to wage a big war. But before Israel can wage a big war of territorial expansion, to establish a political and economic dominion over the Arab world in particular. There's one big impediment in the way, and that big impediment is the two superpowers, the NATO alliance and Russia. That's the impediment. And in order to get rid of this major impediment, these two have to be put to fight with each other and destroy each other. A war of mutual destruction. That's the planning. That's Armageddon. That's the Malhama.